We are always fascinated about the moon and the secrets it holds. Many space agencies try to unfold the mysteries surrounding the moon, but the public knows a little. Today, we will explain some of such mysteries. Before we dig into the video, I would like you to show me the support by hitting the like and subscribe button visible on the screen. This will encourage us to bring more unheard stories of the world to you. Man's curiosity always encouraged to search for answers, and space exploration is one of them. After the World War II, superpowers such as America and Russia competed against each other in what is called a space race to prove that their technology is superior to others. It all started with equipment until Neil Armstrong set his foot on the moon. On October 4, 1947, Soviet Union used the world's first rocket into space to launch a satellite. And on February 1, 1958, USA has launched a satellite into space using a military rocket. Many years later, both the countries used animals such as monkey and dogs. On April 12, 1961, Russian cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin was the first human to space. And in 1962, John Glenn became the first American to orbit the Earth. The space war peaked at this time. Between 1969 and 1972, American Space Agency NASA launched 6 moon landing missions, which are all successful. However, Soviet Union's moon program was suspended after multiple delays and a huge explosion of the rocket. In October 1968, Apollo 7 made their first full crew orbit flight. In July 1969, Apollo 11 carried Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, and Edwin Aldrin. Later, on July 20, 1969, Neil Armstrong wrote the history by becoming the first human ever to set foot on the moon, followed by Edwin Aldrin. Neil Armstrong uttered the words, "That's one small step for man," as he took his first steps in moon. Since then, there were many moon missions by countries such as USA, Russia, China, Japan, European Union, India, and Luxembourg. However, there were some mysteries surrounding these missions, and they are: water on the moon. Apollo missions brought numerous samples of rocks from the moon to study. In the late 2000s, NASA was able to find water molecules in the samples brought by Apollo missions. On October 22, 2008, India's space research organization ISRO launched India's first moon mission, Chandrayaan-1. The primary science objective of the mission was to prepare a three-dimensional atlas of both near and far side of the moon and to conduct chemical and mineralogical mapping of the entire lunar surface with high spatial resolution. However, the most remarkable finding of Chandrayaan-1 is the discovery of the presence of hydroxyl and water molecules on the lunar surface. But the answers to the question, how did moon have water, is yet to be answered. Dark side of the moon. The dark side or far side of the moon refers to the section of the moon which we do not see. It generally faces away from Earth due to a phenomenon called tidal lock, which means that the moon rotates at the same rate it orbits our planet. The far side, which faces away from us, has a paler surface, with fewer black splotches. Since the dark side is not explored much, there were many speculations about the area. The far side of the moon has more visible craters than the near side. In 2019, China's Yutu-2 rover was the first to land on the far side of the moon. It spotted a mystery house-like structure on the horizon around 80 meters from the rover's location. Mysterious structures on the moon. There are some mysterious traces of constructions on the moon. We have always wondered why we have not been to the moon recently. We have all seen the mysterious images of the moon that appear to show strange constructions on the surface of the moon, yet no one has reached and explored the possibilities thoroughly. Nobody knows if these images are genuine or not, but we have to accept for a fact that the moon missions have been, since the beginning, surrounded by numerous enigmas. Why we have not been to the moon recently is another quest that nobody seems to address. Please do check out our earlier videos and please subscribe our channel for more videos.